So I took apart the gate, and I took out this piece, and you can see the tape, the marks I made here. Like I always do, I always put blue tape to help me keep that line. Anytime I'm using a cutting tool, like a cutoff wheel. But also, in case I fub up, you can see it. So there, you can see how it's all nicely done up there. So I'm going to cut that now. And I'll show you how I cut it. I think my batteries are dying. That's high. Let me go get new batteries first. Alright, so my little pumpkin carver Dremel, the batteries died. I went to go get some batteries and I was one short. So I went and got my Craftsman Dremel knockoff, variable speed, whatever you want to call it, powered. Let's get going on that. So if you look here, I left a lot of extra. I left that so I can then go and sand that down or grind it down or whatever. Be aware, like I just felt it. It's pretty hot, so anytime you're grinding material, make sure you're careful with the heat transfer. I'm going to go ahead and do the other one. I'm not going to film that because, well, you just saw it, and I'll probably fast forward through it in the editing process any which way. Alright, so I'll be alright back in a bit. So there's the part after I sanded it with the sander. See, it looks like natural. Doesn't look like it's been modified besides that little arc. So I'm going to put it back together and see how it looks. Not bad. It's exactly what I wanted, you know. No clearance up here, so that way when it's closed all the way or to the point where I need it, this can be as close to the top of the enclosure as I can get it. Get as much room in there for the other stuff. So that looks good. So here's the router head of the X-carve that I put together last December. What I'm planning to do is I'll show you how I put this thing together via a photo montage. I'll put that up as a separate project so everybody can see that. I took pictures. I did it a couple Christmases ago, 2016 Christmas? So, no, actually, sorry, 15. One thing I've done since then is that I got the X-carve next series upgrade. I don't know what they call it, series 2 or B or whatever. It has a unified piece square for the X-axis, so it's one piece. It used to be two different pieces. The other thing it did is that it now brings on this touch sensor, and if you had the X carriage, the newer version, there was a hole drilled here so you can mount this right here, and then you can put the adapter. It works pretty easy by just contact of the metal tip. It knows where it is. So with that, I want to get this drilled in here so it's permanently mounted, and that's what I'm going to do. What you do for that, this is aluminum, I believe, so it shouldn't be that hard, but I'm going to find the correct bit, and then I'm going to center punch, and then I'm going to slowly drill to get the hole started, and then I'll go punch all the way through. I'm going to need to collect a bunch of tools, so I'm going to stop recording, collect the tools, and then I'll turn it back on and then do like fast forward sequence through it, because drilling holes are just not interesting. The other thing that the upgrade gave me was that controller I showed when I was showing you the upgrades there. So yeah. And the other thing I got to do eventually is take off this plug so I could just have the cable so I can do all the work there. So, alright guys. So I had everything kind of pretty close, so I was able to get it pretty fast. Let me move this out just a little. So I'm going to use a center punch. This is a self-actuating center punch. It kind of works nice here because I don't have to hit it with the hammer and this thing moves, right? So I'll just push it and it'll go click and it'll make a nice little dent for me. I'm then going to use a center cutting tool that I use on my mill and lathe to get the hole started. And then I figured out that it's a, what was it? I don't want to say it wrong, 5/16 bit. What I did is I took off the washer and the bolt. Here's the nut, and you see it barely fits through the nut, right? But through the lock nut, look at that. Lock washer fits perfect. So this will be the exact size I'm going to need. So I'm going to get going on that. Now I can put the sensor right through it, put the lock washer, and the lock washer is going to be way too big, thick, so I'll just put the nut, I'll just hand tighten this, there we go, that's done. So it looks like a power plug, and it goes down. So there we go. Now it's permanent mounted. It's not flopping around. Nice and tight. That's it. Simple as that.